So yeah, you guys can read the title and thumbnail. Type Soul is coming back, so I am too. Type Soul, I would say honestly will probably release within like the next week or so. It seems like honestly their whole return update is like basically done. KT's finished, Hakuda's rework is finished. They're doing a lot of stuff. If you guys actually been looking inside their sneaks, like they actually have a lot of stuff that they do plan on adding. Now unfortunately Hellverse will not be releasing, which is obviously the #1 thing that everybody wants. But at this point, bro, I don't think it really matters because they're reworking Clan Wars, they're adding dungeons, they're doing a bunch of stuff. And let's be honest, no matter what, like they could add the bare minimum of content inside this update, inside this like re-release, and it's still gonna have a crazy amount of players. If we look at Roblox, bro, Sorcery just came back and it has 20k players. If Sorcery can release and have 20k players, Type Soul's about to have like 40-50k again, if we're being 100% honest. Because yeah, they're coming back with actually a lot of content. Like Hakuda rework is already crazy enough. It's like the #1 thing everyone was asking for, and then dungeons as well. And then we're getting a Clan Wars rewrite. Like we're actually getting a lot of stuff. So I'll be going over the sneaks and stuff inside this video, just talking about the game. Now I might have another video, maybe with Cetro, like just interviewing him, maybe with Daniel interviewing him, like how Nano did. It really just depends. If you guys do want to see that though, I could set something like that up where they just talk about everything that they're releasing, the release date, and things like that. But like I said, I've been talking to some of the developers and some people inside the community, and I would not be surprised if it's out next week, or maybe a little bit after that. It's definitely not far away, because like I said, KT's completely finished. You guys saw the whole Hakuda rework by that one TikToker that leaked it. I believe he was a Solian or a tester. So yeah, the game is definitely pretty close to release, like I said, like a week probably, until we actually get Type Soul back. But as far as my return, now I am not unbanned. Cetro did not unban me, so I will have to play on an alt account, but it's really whatever. I don't personally care. If they want to keep me unbanned, that's like their decision. I'm not going to do any drama videos. I'll just go back to my old content, like I said, like just builds, guides, things like that. The type of content that I released before drama and all that. So if they do decide to unban me, cool. If not, I personally don't really care. I have an alt account and a bunch of alt accounts. So like I'm chilling. We're chilling. I talked to the devs and things like that. I just don't think I'm gonna get unbanned at this point. It's like too much damage has been dealt already. Which is whatever. I don't personally care. But yeah, Type Soul is coming back. Oh yeah, and then the #1 thing that I forgot about, Battle Royale. Battle Royale will definitely bring back a lot of the players, because people have been kind of waiting for Battle Royale now. Nobody really wanted it, but like now that it's actually going to become a thing, I feel like people are definitely going to play it a lot because it's a whole unique game mode where it's not really skill reliant. It's just kind of like RNG, and whoever knows the most amount of abilities inside the game. That is why I kind of like to BR in games like that, like for example Deep Ocean and GPO, because it's not really completely build reliant. You did a completely random build, so really whoever wins is just whoever's the most skilled at the game and has the most knowledge on the game, which is what I personally like about BR. So that's probably something that I'll personally play a lot on re-release, as well as dungeons, because both of those do seem pretty cool. But as far as the Discord, right, we can go inside of the Discord and look at all the sneaks that they do end up having. Now this is everything after the shutdown. So they said they're going to be adding accessories for winning silver/gold and ranked, which in my opinion is kind of whatever. We already know that these accessories are going to give pretty garbage stats. The gold one does look pretty cool though. I do like the look of it. The silver one, it's alright. Now, as far as this sneak, now a lot of people were assuming that it's going to be a flower rework. This is just Nelly Elrez. I feel like it's pretty obvious to see that, but yeah, for Arontars, this is just going to be Nelly L. Bait sneak looks like something to do with ink, but I know it's not. Once again, flower, they're very vague, so honestly, we have no idea what those are. Here's the Clan War rewrite, so you guys can see. Now, it looks like they're also changing the UI, which is kind of interesting to me. It does look better, but I don't know about, like, I mean, it's 50-50. It's alright. But yeah, you guys see Clan Wars is being changed slightly, a little bit. The map looks the exact same, but the UI and everything does look different. So we'll just have to see how that actually plays out when it is released. Then you guys can see new KT. Now this map is completely finished. Lonray just told me the map is 100% done. So you know, they don't really need to worry about this anymore. And this was probably the biggest thing inside the update other than dungeons. And then here you guys can see Battle Royale. So Battle Royale, you drop in, it's kind of like GPO and Deep Ocean, you literally just drop in. You can see basically what good loot is. I'm assuming the dark red is like the best tier, and then, you know, blue's like the lowest. Um, we don't really know exactly how it's going to play out, but it will probably be pretty fun. You guys see, you go to something like this, you tap on it, you get a move, you can pick Rising Shot or whatever, and then you get your whole moveset. Now, my only complaint, in my opinion, about Battle Royale is the fact that some builds are just going to be devious because you're going to be able to combine Hakata moves, Kendo moves, and things like that. Now, if they manage to prevent that, then I feel like it'd be cool. But if they don't, then yeah, some devious as fucking builds are going to be made with this, which will be cool. It'll be fun to combine like Hakata and Kendo and things like that. But it will definitely be interesting. This is something else now. I imagine this is Quincy Car or something like that, because they did have these sneaks right here, which looked like Quincy Car as well, because you guys can see this is definitely a different let, and I don't imagine they would just change let for no reason. So this probably is 20 car coming to the game, which would definitely be something a little bit interesting. This is Hakata rework. It's getting that counter. This is zombie. What is this? Another move for the Hakata rework. It's just a teleport move. Probably another thing for Hakata. This once again is the Neliel. So you guys can see, I'm not gonna hold you. If you ever did play Anime Showdown, this is kind of a 1-to-1 copy of their move. But yeah, it is for Neliel. And then we have this as well. It's going to be one of the weapons from Dungeons, which actually looks like a pretty cool weapon. Now, I'm not going to lie, that move doesn't look that great. But yeah, then you guys can see just more sneaks, like some cool stuff. This is Dungeons, KT, you know, just a lot of stuff is going to be added inside of this update. Now, if it is true, and they add Quincy Car, apparently they want to add full bringers, and then they add Dungeons, Clan Wars Rewrite, Battle Royale, and just like, dude, that's a lot of stuff, bro. That is a lot. So if they could really release all of that inside of one massive update, and it comes out within like a week, and Sorcery has 20k players right now, I would definitely say Type Soul is probably going to be back at like 40, 50k. Their only issue is Helvers, right? Helvers still has to release. So, I mean, we'll see when they end up releasing Helvers. It's been like 4 months since it's been announced, and it's still not coming. So hopefully they release this, and then like 2-3 weeks we get Helvers. That's like the most ideal way to go about it. But we will kind of just have to see. Now, as far as modes coming to the game, we don't really know many modes. All that we know is Neliel and Zombie. We don't really know anything for Soul Reapers as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. If we really do only get one mode per race, this you know, whole re-release, that would be kind of crazy. But once again, I wouldn't be surprised either. And then, like I said, we're getting dungeons, we're getting battle royale, and we're getting a bunch of other stuff. So you guys can feel free to leave your own opinions on how many players you think will come back to the game, and just basically everything about Type Soul. But yeah, as far as my return, I have accounts to play on, right? I highly doubt they'll unban me. It'd be cool if they unbanned me. I am cool with like the whole dev team, so I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if I get unbanned, but at the same time, I would not be surprised at all if I stay banned. So it really is whatever. Either way, I'm gonna be playing it once when it comes back. I'm assuming a lot of you guys will be too, so you guys can feel free to leave your own thoughts inside the comments. But yeah, that's it for me. If you enjoyed, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys inside the next one. Peace.